If you've been feeling a little more reactive than usual, a little less patient perhaps, a little more off, then this video is for you. Because what you're experiencing right now, the irritation, the low energy, the sense that something isn't quite right, it might not actually be what you think it is. David, William, Pearce, Men's Tantric Yogi, welcome back. I work with people who find themselves caught in these exact moments, because I've been in these exact moments, where something small takes you out of yourself and into a pattern that you don't want to keep repeating. This is not an optimal way to be, and so I've been learning tantric teachings as well as a bunch of other things from a bunch of other people to understand how to optimize this human operating system, this mind we own, this body we have. And by the end of this video, you'll start to see what's actually happening in these moments and how to relate to it in a way that gives you your choice back. The more you listen, the clearer things will become. Now, you might notice in your relationships that something small happens, a comment, a tone, a missed meal, and suddenly you're gone. You're just not as open as you were. You're not resting in your love. You're not as grounded. You're just not yourself. And it feels real. It feels like this is how I am right now. But just pause for a moment. What if that's not who you are? What if that's just a layer that you've learned to wear too seriously? This week, I noticed something subtle, not dramatic, just a slight depletion, a little less energy in the body, sleep that didn't fully restore my vitality, my virility. And what was interesting wasn't the fatigue, it was how quickly it began to shape other aspects of my life. Less energy and suddenly less patience, less space and more reactivity. Or at least the seeds of. And if you don't catch it early, it snowballs, it becomes a story, and that story becomes, this is me today, which if you're not careful can then continue to snowball and lead to an argument, which could last for hours, days, if not longer. But look closely, an invitation. There is some difference between I feel low energy and I am low energy. I know it might sound pedantic, the semantics of language, but words are powerful. They are the thing that sets us apart from everything else on the planet. It's the gift of God. One is state, and the other is an identity. In tantric understanding, there is a layer of your experience where energy rises and falls, where mood shifts, where the body and mind are influenced by something more subtle. It's prana, the fascia of the body-mind. And when you over-identify with this layer, you become reactive to it, at the mercy of it. So in your relationships, when you snap, when you withdraw, when you feel off, it may not be anything to do with your psychology in that moment. It might be nothing to do with your partner or that person, or even the situation that you have become so emoted by. It may simply be that your energy body is low, rather than getting lost down the rabbit hole that is your mind spinning stories and your heart feeling fear. Sometimes you just need to you don't need to fix your relationship. You just need to eat something, to go and have a lie down for 5 minutes, to go and do something that energizes you, to rest, to play, to press pause and breathe, to relax into it. And if you're recognizing this, where your internal state is quietly shaping your relationships. This is exactly the work we do with men's tantric yoga, not fixing the surface, but seeing what's underneath it so you can respond instead of react. If that speaks to you, check out the description for more. This week, something else familiar trigger happened, the kind that would normally take me out of myself for longer than just a moment. It started, the contraction, the pull, the beginning of the pattern, and then there was space. Not forced, not created, just available. I was able to use my integration matrix tool. And in that space, I was able to see, not as truth, but as pattern. And because of that, it didn't take hold. The state didn't need to disappear. The trigger didn't need to go away. What changed was my relationship to the moment. Because underneath all of it, the energy, the mood, the sensation, there was something that hadn't changed at all. Something that was able to choose different, to discern, to make a choice. Something quietly aware, unaffected, simply present. And you can feel this too, even now. Notice there is something in you. It is aware of this moment, aware of these words, aware of your own state. And that part of you is not reactive. It is not depleted. It is untriggerable because it's simply aware. So the next time something shifts, energy drops, mood changes, reaction rises, instead of asking what's wrong with me, an invitation to think back to this moment, to feel what you're experiencing right now, and to remember the question, what's happening in me? To just press pause, tune into your breath, to breathe. As often, because the moment you see it clearly, you are no longer inside it. In the same way, but different. If you'd like to go deeper into this, to experience the teaching itself, not through my life, but through its pure form, there is a video linked here, where I share the transmission of the teachings that this newsletter was based upon. And you might notice that it lands differently for you, more spacious, more precise. So if something in you is just curious, head there next. Take your time with it, let it unfold in its own way, and enjoy. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next transmission. Cheers.